Hi guys, Stoomboy, MMA UK News, obviously MMA UK BJJ show. Tonight we're going to be talking about Evolution of Combat 8. So we've got Evolution of Combat 8 coming up on the 7th of August. It's going to be at the Morris Equestrian Centre in Kilmarnock. Tickets are available through the fighters. So obviously anybody that, if you got your fighters going to be fighting on it, then you can get tickets available directly from the fighters. I know that the fighters have got availability to quite a few tickets. So if anybody's needing any tickets, then just speak to your fighter, whoever it is you're backing, and they'll sort you out with tickets and things like that. Tonight we're talking to Iain Postlethwaite. Iain's going to be fighting Igor. Now, my pronunciation is probably going to be terrible here, but Igor Wojtas. So Igor's from Scottish Hit Squad. So Igor comes from Poland. Obviously training predominantly with the Scottish Hit Squad at the moment while he's based in Scotland. So Iain's based out of the Ayrshire Fight Academy. So AFA, obviously been there. Obviously the head coach there. So obviously got a lot of good guys coming out there as well. Obviously MMA, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that as well. So Iain, absolute pleasure to have you on. How you doing, buddy? You okay?
Buzzing to be here, mate. Buzzing.
Nice, nice. Mate, you're looking good. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you.
So we were chatting away. I know we were chatting away off here about obviously the gyms going back. So obviously officially gyms went back on the 19th of July. How's it been for you, obviously getting back to the gym and getting all your guys back?
Wee bit of normality about it, to be fair. Like I've been working all the way through it, and then obviously the gym we've got the kids classes and stuff like that back up and everything like that. So they're kind of bouncing off the walls as expected, but
Yeah,
no, man, it's been good getting back coaching and stuff like that. Same with the other coaches; they're buzzing to be back,
yeah,
and it's great to see new faces come in and stuff like that. Just kind of get the buzz for it and just try and see what
yeah,
it's like. Uh,
yeah.
just see what MMA, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, pretty much all the classes. Just kind of battering in and just
Yeah.
throwing ourselves at it. So
Definitely. And that's one thing you guys offer down there. You offer a kind of wide range of different martial arts that people can try.
yeah, definitely, man. Like we've got Sophie Gallagher. She was like number one in Scotland, and I'm pretty sure she got well, no, she did get to UK number one and everything like that when she fought, and like honestly, she's absolutely like absolute talent, and her knowledge is just unreal. We've got Jamie, so Jamie's our boxing coach, but he's also my MMA coach. I've
Hmm.
been training with Jamie for but uh, 10 year, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Um, he his knowledge of boxing angles and everything like that, it's just unreal. His brother's fighting for the world title in September. He coaches him as well.
Yeah.
So we've got him down at the gym as well, training away.
Hmm.
Then obviously you've got myself, a coach, the MMA side of things, and jiu-jitsu, and between myself and a couple other fighters, we kind of
Yeah.
just batter into all the other classes. It's kind of helping everybody out. The more experienced guys, like obviously helping the newer guys and stuff like that, just kind of remembering where they started out from and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a good pedigree of guys, good pedigree of coaches and stuff like that that you've got at AFA.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Nice, nice. And then what about you? I mean, obviously you would have being a professional MMA fighter, so you would have been able to be a part of an elite program or an elite bubble during
Yeah,
obviously lockdown and things like that. So in regards to your own training, so have you managed to get a lot of training done over the last X amount of months?
yeah. Like, I, to be fair, mate, I don't sit still. This is probably the longest I've sat still all day. Like I'm always on my feet and stuff like that. Like if I'm not like at work, if I'm coaching or I'm training, so like all the time, all the way through, pretty much I was training, whether it be out my bike, running, swimming, hitting pads and stuff like that. Like I'd be pretty much on the go all the time. So me and Jamie have been working on some stuff. Me and Sophie's been working on stuff, and then obviously having a wee bubble just to kind of build up the fight camp and stuff like that. Just kind of get through it.
Yeah, yeah. And the last time I seen you was, well, you're talking about February last year, so it's been a long way off. I mean, you're talking about what, 16, 17, 18 months since obviously your last fight. I mean, I know that you're one person. I mean, I was talking to a few people that they were talking away about having you on, and they were all saying the same thing, that we kind of laughed about this off air, but Ferret never refuses a fight. So he'll fight anybody at any time.
I'm. It's just I've always kind of thrown myself into stuff. So when I started fighting, I was the exact same. Like that last fight, like fuck, like I should have performed a lot better than what I did. So this fight, I'm going to aim to basically prove a point that I'm at the level that guys say that I am and stuff like that. So like it's just putting on a point now that
Yeah,
I can actually compete at the level of the guys that like I've been competing with and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And one thing I noticed about you is you're similar to me. I'm only 5 feet 4. So I always fight anybody I fight's always bigger than me. So obviously I noticed that
Oh, I'm
obviously
a
you
dwarf, mate.
similar.
I'm a dwarf.
So you're similar height to me. So I mean, how do you? Because obviously I know what for me, obviously I have to adapt my style for
Mm-hmm.
when I go into jiu-jitsu competitions. So if I'm fighting, obviously,
Yeah,
but most of the time it's a bigger guy. So my when I go into fights, my thing is about not getting taken down. And then once we get to the
yeah,
ground, if I'm on top, it's just establish dominance and make sure that,
yeah,
that I end up finishing either by submission, or if I'm finishing by points, making sure that I'm the man the whole time in that fight. So, I mean,
yeah.
what do you do in regards to your fights? How do you go about your fights? Obviously, maybe being smaller than your opponent.
So for me, I th- honestly I think I've been shorter in every single fight that I've been in.
Yeah,
Which I'm not gonna lie, it's no hard to be taller than me. Like fuck,
yeah.
I've got Wayne's coming in for the first class and stuff like that, and I'm looking up at them. No, this week guy's a coach, and I'm like, aye. So, no, I've always been short, so it's one of the things that I have to try and make sure that I'm moving my head and stuff like that. So if if I think about like the fights I've had and stuff, I definitely don't look at the last one. Last one, I fucking just kind of kept walking forward, never moved my head. So,
Yeah.
and I pissed myself off doing that. But again, that's me. I'm heavily critical with what I do and stuff like that. So, soon as that fight was over, pretty much I was in the gym and just back to the basics of moving my head and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because I was just thinking I need to move forward and stuff like that, rather than I need to angle my head and stuff. So when I've been sparring and stuff like that, that's always one of my main things is I need to move my head and I need to get in close. For me, like if I'm in close, like recently I've been doing a lot of stand up and stuff like that. So I'm kind of just trying to get my stand up to the level of my jiu jitsu and stuff. So just try to make myself all like well rounded and stuff. When
Yeah.
it gets to the ground, I don't mind being in bottom. I don't mind being top. It's not
Yeah.
really one up too fussed on. If I'm on my back, I'm always looking for subs and stuff like that. So on top, I'm looking for a wee bit of ground and pound stuff like that. What's happened?
Hi, Ian, you okay? You hear me now, yeah?
Aye, definitely, mate. It kind of cut out there. It was just me staring at myself. I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
fucking awkward.
Listen, apologies for that. Do you know what it is? See, because so what I'm doing is this is the first time I've done it. I'm in the car, right? So I thought I'll do it on my phone, and I don't realise how hot it is outside. So my phone
Aye.
overheated. so,
Ah,
so
right, okay.
apologies for that, Ian. Apologies for that.
No.
So yeah, I mean, in MMA, I know that jiu-jitsu, you should probably know jiu-jitsu, being a smaller person, which I absolutely love being in jiu-jitsu, I've got a distinct advantage over my opponents, regardless of the size of them and things like that. So
Yeah.
now, what about you in MMA? Do you have the kind of same thing in MMA? Do you have an advantage being a smaller person, or does it really not make a difference when it comes to MMA?
Um, it depends on like your style and stuff. Like as I always say to the guys, you kind of need to know your own body. Like so, I'm never. There'd be no point in me playing a long limb game. Like it's not there. Like literally, my
Yeah,
legs are the same length as my bloody arms.
yeah,
So it's not really one of the things that you could say. Oh, he's got long legs or he's got long arms. No, it's like I'm fairly short and stocky. So I need
yeah,
to get in close and kind of work for a short distance. Whereas some guys, if they're taller, they're better off working like like off long jabs and teeps and stuff like that. Whereas me, I'm trying to get in nice and tight, pretty much. Like where people can throw knees, I can actually throw kicks because my limbs are that short. So
yeah,
um, just kind of need to make sure that I get the angles to get in and stuff like that, hit,
yeah.
and then basically try and not get hit.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then I would say you're going to be fighting a Polish kid, Igor
Yep.
Wojtas. So obviously Igor training was all of his fights have came in Poland. Okay, so
Yep.
obviously he's built up his record in Poland, 8-7 record. And so again, there's not a lot of information other than obviously maybe going online and seeing obviously some of his fights and things like that. Obviously, we know he's
Yeah.
training with the people at the Scottish Hit Squad. So he's training under the Hit Squad. He's been kind of, I think he was up training with Ross Houston and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
I mean, what kind of fight are you expecting from Igor out of anything
Um,
maybe you've seen or anything like that?
for for the stuff that I kind of know, he actually, I think he's about the same height as me, so this might actually be the first time that I fight somebody similar height, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it'll be fun to experience that.
yeah,
Um, I've seen them fight a couple of times. Just obviously, once you get his name, you just kind of look who it is and stuff. he kind of looks like a similar style to me, so
Yeah,
it'll be quite fun just to kind of clash with that and just see what it's like. Just have fun with it. Like
yeah,
I'm going into this fight more relaxed and stuff like that than I normally am, and it's just because I have been prepping myself and stuff like that, and like knowing that I'm going to get into a fight and it's going to be fast paced and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's kind of like keep calm in the madness, basically. So
yeah,
go in and again, it's basically going to be fighting a similar version of me.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. Well, there's one fight I know that obviously we've had a few fights mentioned so far, so it's definitely one of the fights I'm looking forward to seeing. Because as you said, obviously quite similar styles and stuff like that. Any fight
Yep,
that I've seen of Igor's, watching obviously fights of yours as well, very very similar
yep,
style. So it's going to be
yep,
an interesting fight. Could potentially for me even be one of the fights of the night, which I'm looking forward to. So I know the two
yeah,
of you will go in there and you'll put on an absolute show. So definitely looking forward to seeing it. I'll be there as well. I'll be at ringside, so
yeah,
I'll be pulling the winner aside, obviously at the end of the fight as well, and obviously getting a quick chat with
yeah.
them. So listen, best of luck for the 7th of August.
But
Um, Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody that maybe sponsors or that have been with you throughout this?
yeah. So first of all, obviously, I would just want to thank all the guys at the gym and stuff. I want to shout out to James Dillon as well for allowing me to go up and pick his brain a wee bit as well. Thanks to Jamie, Sophie, and the rest of the guys in the gym. And just thanks to my sponsor, Beard Things, Andy. He's been uh, he's been brand new, just kind of helping us out with training camp expenses and stuff like that. So if you've got a beard like yourself, check them out. Their stuff's pretty good, man. So yeah, definitely.
Definitely have a look at them tonight and see what they've got then. So, but no, listen, Iain, absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for taking the time to speak to me. And listen, I
Ah,
look forward to seeing you on the 7th of August, buddy. But listen, all the best, and I hope all goes well. Hope all keeps going well with the gym and so on as well. Okay, buddy.
definitely, mate. Thank you.
Thanks again. Take it easy, buddy.
See you later, bud.